How's everybody doing? I just put out a short video, uh, basically geared to people who have female dogs that have had puppies, and they go to the parking lot to get rid of their puppies because they don't know what to do with them. They don't want to dump them or whatever the deal is. But my statement was, do not buy puppies from these people. They will have burner phones. They will have no contact information. And once you get the puppy, you're stuck with it. And trust me, you will have questions when you get the puppy home. Maybe you didn't think about shot records, or maybe there's a health issue that you didn't see when you were in a parking lot. The list goes on. Just follow these guidelines when you're getting a puppy. You want to figure out what type of puppy that you want, what kind of dog you want in the long run. What's your family domestic lifestyle? Do you have children? Are you gone a lot? Do you live in an apartment? Stuff like that. Once you figure out what kind of dog you want, sorry about the sniffles, but once you figure that out, then what you want to do is possibly get some leads. You might get those leads from a friend. You might get those leads online. You might see a poster or something. I don't know. Call that person up, that breeder. A good breeder will probably have a website. They'll have past puppies. They will have the puppies that are available, and they will have the next litter information up there. Talk to them, set up an appointment. And once you go and look at the puppy, make sure you take the deposit money with you. And what I like to do is right down the middle of the litter. I don't want a puppy that's too docile, sitting over in a corner, too submissive. I don't want the bully of the litter. I want a puppy that's right down the middle, that doesn't mind when I pick him up, turn him over, look at his teeth, look at his ears. If they fuss a little bit, that's fine. But if they just start screaming out, that's a pretty good sign that you might be dealing with maybe some untrainable situations. I don't know. But I like the ones that go along with me. I'll take a little toy with me. I'll play with the puppy for a while. I'll pull the puppy aside from the other ones and give them all a good chance to see what I'm dealing with. Once you figure out which puppy you want, and the whole time you're doing this, you're talking to the breeder. You're getting a good idea. You're getting a working relationship. Talk contracts. What's in your contract? Chances are there is a contract, a return contract. Make sure that you're on board with that. You both agree to it. Once you get a warm fuzzy that this is the breeder you want to use and this is the puppy you want, then you can give your deposit, whatever that might be. They're usually non-refundable, so make sure that you do want the puppy. And then usually in the contract there'll be clauses for when you can return the puppy for whatever reasons. And normally it's health issues, a sick puppy, or a puppy that passes due to whatever reasons. And then 9 times out of 10 you won't get a money refund. You will get a new puppy. That's just the way it is. That's the rules. So make sure you're happy with whatever contractual agreement you have with your breeder. Then after you give your deposit, you're going to get the puppy. Start looking at vets. You want to get the first thing you want to do when you pick up your puppy and start driving off that premise is you want to go straight to the vet. You want to have the appointment set up or within a couple days, but the sooner the better, because usually the contract clause will say 48 hours, 72 hours, 96 hours, whatever. But the breeders are banking on the fact that you're going to fall in love with the puppy right away and you're not going to return the puppy. So they give you like 3 or 4 days. But that doesn't mean that they're not going to be able to contact the breeder, like these people in the parking lots. For instance, the breeder I had with Ollie, she's really good. I still send her pictures every once in a while of her training progress and stuff like that. A good breeder, when you walk on the premise, you don't want a plethora of different breed dogs coming out. You know, that just that's a good indication that it's not clean. You know, things like that. You want to make sure that it's in a good environment for puppies. Parvo lives in the ground for 7 years, maybe even longer, and that's a pretty common occurrence. You know, health issues, Giardia, things like that. If you don't know these terms I'm using, just go ahead and look them up. The Giardia is very contagious. It can be contagious to humans as well. But moving right along, I'm trying to keep this video under 10 minutes. So you go pick up the puppy, and going back a little ways, when you show up, ask the breeder to make sure, maybe you can put a collar or some way of identifying so they don't do the old switcheroo on you. That's not really a common thing, but I did run into that problem when I was looking at golden retrievers. So, you know, you got to have a way of identifying, and they change so fast. You know, after you first initially go out there, you might have your eye on a puppy, and then when you go back a week before, like the 7-week time, because you can pick them up in 8 weeks, you want to make sure it's the same puppy that you picked out in the beginning. So that is pretty much it. You go to the vet, get your wellness check, and get started. The breeder, like I said, should be good. They'll have the lineage. They'll have past, present. They'll let you meet the dam and sire, so you know you can look at the parents and see what kind of demeanor they have. But anyway, I get a little upset when I see people sitting in parking lots giving out puppies. And it could work out. You know, I'm not saying that, you know, I'm sure I'll hear comments about, well, I got my dog out of a Shell parking lot or whatever, Walmart parking lot, and it was the greatest dog I ever had. Right. I did the same thing with a Chihuahua. And it was the greatest dog. I love that dog. I miss that little guy every day. But he had health problems. So he had he had the slipped knee disc. He had the heart problems. He had allergies. He had tooth problems. He had about 5 years of good health, and then he went downhill. But he was a great dog. But it was heartbreaking. Spent a lot of money keeping him going too. So anyway, that's kind of my rant. But picking out a dog or a puppy is a process. It's not a whim. You know, just because you see them in a parking lot and your children are like, can we have a puppy? That's probably not a good idea to buy a puppy on a whim or give a puppy for a gift. You know, so it's a very personal thing, because it is, depending on what kind of dog you get. I'm looking at Ollie here. I'm hoping 15 years of commitment. So, and when you think about it, you're all that they have, and they don't ask for much. They might drive you a little nuts every once in a while with exercise or just wanting to do things. But it's a commitment, and they wake up every day for you. And that's all they have is you. So don't be that person that gets a puppy and then throws it in the backyard or chains it up and doesn't give the puppy what it requires. Training, get you a good trainer, get a good relationship. A good trainer will stick with you for the life of the dog, and get you a good training program. It helps out a lot. But I said 10 minutes, and we're coming up on 10 minutes. 9:46. Y'all have a great day. Bye.